Hello everyone, welcome back to I'm your host, Choudhary, and today we're diving into a topic that is both important and insightful. We all know that our journey through life is influenced by the company we keep. Some people can lift us up, while others may inadvertently lead us down a path of destruction. So, let's talk about 5 types of people who can potentially ruin your life, how to protect yourself from their negative influence, and what you can do if you find yourself already entangled in their web. Let's unravel these toxic patterns and empower ourselves to cultivate healthier and more fulfilling relationships. The manipulators. They're like those smooth-talking salespeople who can convince you to buy a car you don't need with money you don't have. These individuals are masters of deception, skilled at bending your will to theirs without you even realizing it. They use your emotions against you, employing guilt trips, flattery, or even outright lies to get what they want. You might encounter them in your personal life, disguised as that overly controlling friend who always manages to get their way, or that relative who uses emotional blackmail to make you feel obligated to do things for them. In professional settings, they could be that colleague who takes credit for your ideas, or that boss who overloads you with work while taking it easy themselves. Now, recognizing a manipulator can be tricky because they often appear charming and charismatic at first. They might shower you with compliments one minute and subtly undermine your confidence the next. They know how to play on your insecurities, making you question your judgment and making you dependent on their approval. One of the biggest red flags is that nagging feeling that something just isn't right. You might find yourself agreeing to things you wouldn't normally consider, or feeling drained and emotionally exhausted after interacting with them. If you constantly feel like you're walking on eggshells around someone, always afraid of saying or doing the wrong thing, that's a major warning sign. Remember, my friends, manipulators thrive on power and control. They need to feel superior and in charge, and they achieve this by subtly chipping away at your self-esteem. Now, dealing with a manipulator can be emotionally taxing. It's essential to establish clear boundaries and learn to say no assertively. Next up, we have the pessimists, those gloomy souls who always seem to find the cloud in every silver lining. Now, it's natural to have moments of doubt or negativity, but pessimists take it to a whole new level. They have this uncanny ability to suck the joy out of everything and everyone around them. Imagine this. You're excited about a new job opportunity and you share the good news with your pessimistic friend. What do? Instead of celebrating with you, they launch into a litany of reasons why it's going to be terrible. "Oh, the commute will be awful," they'll say. Or, "I heard the boss is a real piece of work." Spending too much time around these energy vampires can be incredibly draining. Their negativity can seep into your subconscious, making you doubt your abilities and question your own optimism. It's like being stuck in a room with the curtains drawn shut, never able to fully enjoy the sunshine outside. Now, it's important to remember that pessimism often stems from fear and insecurity. Deep down, these individuals may be afraid of disappointment, so they try to protect themselves by expecting the worst. But here's the thing, their negativity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. By focusing on the negative, they often miss out on opportunities and create the very outcomes they fear. So, how do you deal with a pessimist without letting their gloom consume you? First and foremost, try not to get sucked into their vortex of negativity. down. Now, let's talk about the envious ones. Those individuals who harbor a secret resentment towards your success and happiness. They're like those neighbors who peek through their curtains, their faces contorted in a grimace whenever you park a new car in your driveway. Envy is a toxic emotion that stems from insecurity and a sense of inadequacy. Envious individuals often compare themselves to others, focusing on what they lack rather than appreciating their own blessings. They might downplay your accomplishments, make snide remarks about your good fortune, or even try to sabotage your efforts. You might encounter them in the workplace, disguised as that colleague who gossips about your promotion behind your back, or that supposed friend who subtly undermines your confidence by constantly one-upping your stories. They derive a perverse sense of satisfaction from seeing you stumble or fail. Now, dealing with envious individuals can be tricky because their behavior often stems from deep-seated insecurities. It's important to remember that their envy is a reflection of their own internal struggles, not a statement about your worth. However, that doesn't mean you should tolerate their negativity or allow them to dim your light. If you find yourself constantly being undermined or belittled by someone who claims to be your friend or colleague, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. Setting boundaries is crucial. And finally, we come to the perpetual victims, those individuals who seem eternally trapped in a cycle of misfortune and woe. Now, it's important to approach this with empathy, as everyone goes through tough times in life. But perpetual victims have a knack for turning every setback into a personal tragedy, a never-ending saga of hardship and injustice. They're always complaining about how life has dealt them a bad hand, blaming external circumstances and other people for their misfortunes. They refuse to take responsibility for their own actions or make any real effort to improve their situation. Now, it's natural to want to help those who are struggling, but perpetual victims often resist any attempts to offer genuine solutions or support. They thrive on sympathy and attention, using their victimhood as a shield to avoid accountability or change. You might encounter them in your personal life, disguised as that friend who constantly complains about their relationship problems but refuses to leave their toxic partner, or that relative who always has a sob story about their financial woes but never seems to manage their money responsibly. Interacting with a perpetual victim can be emotionally draining. Their negativity can be contagious, and their constant need for validation can leave you feeling depleted and frustrated. It's important to remember that you can't fix someone who is unwilling to help themselves. You can offer support and encouragement, but ultimately, it's up to them to break free from their cycle of victimhood. If you find yourself constantly being pulled into their drama, it's crucial to set boundaries. In conclusion, the company we keep can either uplift us or lead us astray. By recognizing the traits of manipulators, pessimists, drama queens, envious individuals, and perpetual victims, we can better protect ourselves from their detrimental influence. If you find yourself already affected by these toxic dynamics, remember, it's never too late to take proactive steps to regain control of your life. Surround yourself with positive influences, establish healthy boundaries, and don't hesitate to seek professional guidance when needed. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to E, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, life is too precious to be overshadowed by negativity. Choose your company wisely and thrive. See you in the next video.